Hi guys, I did something crazy. I basically made something called ForeverAlone ReadAthon. I just decided to call it that, and it's basically in the title. I decided that I wanted to do a readathon, but there's no Twitter sprints, there's no giveaways. I wanted to do a readathon for myself, which is basically maybe not a readathon, it's basically you sitting alone at home and reading, but I only read almost, like, the only thing I've done the last week is to read. And I also made my friend do challenges for me, like you do in a readathon, so I could follow them. And it was fun. It's fun to like make challenges and then just you fill them and you feel really good about yourself. And that's basically what I've been doing. So this is the first ForeverAlone ReadAthon, but I'm sure I will make more of them to read alone for a whole week or maybe less. And I read 7 books, which was in the challenge, just like I did in a booktubeathon. And it was a bit harder this time because I had a bit thicker books here, or like too thicker, and I was a bit behind at some point and I really panicked, but it was fun. And did this make any sense? I really hope it did, because I really can't explain it better. I basically had a readathon with myself, forever alone. So I'm gonna talk to you guys, show you which book I read, and like tell you the challenges and like small thoughts about the book. I cannot say what each book is about because that's really literally gonna take ages. Let's just get started. So the first challenge my best friend made to me was to read a book with purple on the cover. And for that I chose My Lady Jane by Cynthia Han, Brody Ashton and Jodie Meadows. This book was funny, it was meant to be light and funny read, and I really enjoyed this book. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars, I had a lot of fun reading it, I thought it was really entertaining. And they're gonna do 2 more Jane stories, because this is inspired by Lady Jane Grey from the 1500s, who was queen in 9 days. And they're gonna do 2 other Jane stories with other Janes from history and like turn it around like it did in this, and I just think that's great because this was a lot of fun. I am looking forward to read the other ones. Not any serious, but same style, I guess. Great book. I really recommend it if you're after a light read historical fiction but with fantasy touch in it, and it was a lot of fun. The next challenge I got was to read a book with over 600 pages, and this was the one I struggled on, which is a bit weird. I'm gonna explain in 2 seconds, but for that one I chose Odensbarn by Siri Pettersen. This is a Norwegian high fantasy young adult. That was a long thing, and it's inspired by Northern mythology, and it's obvious in Norwegian, it's not in English yet. And I just struggle, it doesn't look like it's thick at all actually. I struggle reading this, I don't know why. I used forever reading it. I didn't know that I could use that long time reading 600 pages in my mother language, but I did, and this really put me behind. And yes, I did go to the cinema at some point while reading this, so that's probably something to do that it felt like it took longer time since I did something else. But either way, this book was it was really good, and I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. I just thought it was a bit, sometimes I thought the plot was a bit everywhere, but maybe that's me. My best friend sort of hates me, so she gave me a challenge where I had to reread a book I previously did not like. So for this one I chose the first House of Night book, marked. This is in Norwegian because when I read this book 6 years ago, I still read in Norwegian, and it's by PC and Kristin Cast. And 6 years ago, I loved this book. So actually, this was not a book I didn't like. I just hated the way the series evolved. When I read it again, it just lost me, and I know why it's gotten so bad critics, but in 2010 when I did read it the first time, this became one of my shamefully favorite series, and that stopped only 2 years later actually, probably before that, but dates are mixed up. So it was in my Twilight obsessed period. Previously I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. Now I gave it 2 out of 5 stars. It has potential, it just throws that out of the window. The next challenge was to read a book where the main character is male. I chose Magisterium, the Iron Trial, the first book in the series by Holly Black and Cassandra Clare. I've been wanting to read this for a really long while, and I really enjoyed this book. It was really cute, a lot of fun. It was like easy and chill, and it still surprised me in a lot of ways, and I really enjoyed the world. And I don't know why people be so harsh on this book and said it was like a Harry Potter ripoff. It reminded me of Percy Jackson, Harry Potter and ish. Yes, it reminded me of all that, but it didn't feel like a ripoff. I can't say that every book where there is a person who goes to magic school is a Harry Potter ripoff, because that's just stupid. That existed before Harry Potter, people. People need to calm down, okay? And I really enjoyed it. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. I thought it was cute, and I really want to read the rest of the series. I thought it was interesting. The next challenge was to read a book where there is a gay or lesbian couple. For that I chose Boy Meets Boy by David Levithan, whatever. This book was like, sort of, it was really short. It was like 187 pages or something, but I really enjoyed the story. It was so simple in so many ways. It reminded me a lot of John Green, which I really enjoy, and I really liked the book. And there was some aspect of the story, especially when I read the FAQ, which is in this edition at the end of the book. I just got this really nice perspective of this book, and I don't want to go too deep into it right now, but it was cute, it was short, I really liked it. 4 out of 5 stars. My favorite next challenge was to read a book by your favorite author. Again, I chose Brandon Sanderson because he is my bae. And then I chose Alley of Law, which is Miss from book 4. But this is 300 years later after the first Miss book trilogy, so it's not about the same characters, but it's in the same world. Of course, going into this world without all the other characters from the last Miss book was sort of depressing, but at the same time refreshing. And I really liked the take it had on this world, and I loved it, okay? I love everything he writes, but I love the Miss Byrne books. It is much shorter, oh, I just clicked on it, than the previous books, but it was still great. I really enjoyed it, and I got so sentimental feelings and certain things I mentioned, and I love the Miss Byrne books. They are my favorite series of all time. So 5 out of 5 stars. The only book I gave 5 out of 5 stars of all the books I read all week, actually, so definitely the favorite here. The last challenge was only just to, you know, read 7 books. So the last book is sort of free to choose. And since my best friend sort of made the challenges, she also chose the last book. She also bought it for me, because I don't know why. She was like, I want you to read it, and I was like, I don't have money, and she was like, I will buy it for you. And when people offer me to buy books, I am a really big person, and I just say yes, I'm sorry. And that was Graceling in hardcover by Christine Kashor. And this book I heard so mixed reviews about, and sort of understand what the negative reviews are meaning, but I sort of don't understand why they're so harsh on it, because I really enjoy this story, I enjoy this world, but I sort of thought that sometimes it was like, can it go a bit faster? So I sort of give this 3.5 stars. I gave it 3 on Goodreads, but definitely 3.5 because I enjoyed it more than that, but I sort of don't think it deserves 4 stars, or maybe I think it does because I still haven't like collected my feelings about it. But the cover is stunning, and it's really cute. The book, the spine, the whatever we call it. Well, that was all the book I read in my ForeverAlone ReadAthon. Definitely expect me to do more ForeverAlone ReadAthons and do these wrap-ups, because it's a way for me to take down my TBR and a way for me to just relax and read. I read loads this summer, which I'm really happy about. I am starting university now. Basically today when I'm filming this was the first day introduction things on university, and I feel really grown up. At the same time I just want to hide in a corner and die. So I don't know how much time I will have to read in the future. That I already fulfilled my Goodreads goal, so I don't really need to prioritize reading this much right now because I want to see how school goes and not fail in all my subjects. I am babbling now, aren't I? I'm just trying to update you on my life because I know you care so much. So I hope really you like this ForeverAlone ReadAthon. You definitely can do this if you want to, but I don't know why you should, because maybe you have a life which I don't. And thank you so much for watching, and definitely check me down below and tell me which books you read recently, tell me about them, or if you read any of these and you want to, you know, discuss it with me. I didn't go that much into depth right now. And I will talk to you, or you talk to me, or whatever, in my next video. Goodbye.